she needed to feel as well as she could. Throughout this time, we saw the effects of her illness on her physically, as well as, especially in the latter parts of her illness, emotionally. She was no longer able to offer the help that we had become accustomed to her helping. She was always a source for, and even if we wanted to sit as a family and eat something, she'd always make a meal and invite my aunts and myself over to sit with her. Of course, she was, my babysitter. She always had Zomahari over when myself and Zonia needed to go somewhere. She was a babysitter for Aubrey and Amaya as well. We as a family remember her as well for the callaloo that she grew at the side of the house. Those fat, juicy callaloo that mine never looked like. And she'd always share it with the family and all of her friends. And we're certainly going to miss her for that. I'm not sure that I'll live up to the standard that she grew. But I'll try. And I'm sure that every summer that we share this callaloo, we'll always remember her as well. We, over these last few months, have been able to remember with fondness the fact that she was a nurturer for most of us, certainly for myself, for Gary, Maurice, and Weston. We went to school knowing that she prepared us. We never needed anything when we went to school. There were times when things were hard, but we never ever knew that we couldn't afford things. We always seemed to have enough that we needed. And she made sure that when we went to school, we never had to ask anyone for anything else. And this was not restricted to just us four. I certainly remember a lot of my friends from high school. My very best friend called me this morning from England, and he expressed the same thing, that he and his sister remembered that though they were only my friends, they felt as her kids as well. During the last months, we saw occasionally that spark from her, even though she was suffering. When you went to visit her, she couldn't help but tell you what she thinks about something in a strident voice. She is, I wonder, the word that comes to me is opinionated. That maybe has negative connotations, but it's the way that she let you know what she felt. And she never gave up on her thoughts and her opinions about anything. This is another thing that I remember. All of her life, she's tried to get me to write properly. I'm reading, and I can't read what I'm writing. So she failed where that is concerned, but look at where I am. I don't know that that's a failure. We're here remembering a nurturing mother, aunt, grandmother, great-grandmother, a sister. She did all of her nurturing with humility. I don't know that in my many years of life I've ever heard my mother boast about anything. She was always humble, unassuming, and anyone who worked with her would remember her with an exemplary work ethic. Some of my coworkers are here, and my fault of always being at work, well, she caused it. She never stopped for anything. The only time I remember Mom stopping from work was when she was in the hospital. But she did all her nurturing with humility, as I said. And each and all of you who are here who are not family members, are friends of family, whether it be my aunts or Gary, myself, Dominic or Stefan, if you see qualities of humility, kindness, honesty, this is where it comes from. This and along with my grandparents. So therein lies her legacy. She doesn't need to have a big house, a big car, or an honor after her name. Her legacy will live forever in myself, my kids, Gary's kids, and each and every one of the rest of the family. As her illness took its toll on her ability to keep up, many of you have taken time to offer her assistance physically and emotionally. And for that, we as a family are deeply appreciative. We thank you a million times. We could not have cared for her and comforted her without this support. To you who have sent well wishes in these final moments, thank you for taking the time to remember her and for remembering us in your thoughts and prayers. To you who have come out this evening to say goodbye and to offer consolation, please accept our profound gratitude. Without you today would have been full of sadness, rather than as it is now, full of solace, hope, and comfort. There are many others who have not been able to be here, but who have reached out to me and Gary, the rest of the family by telephone or email, social media. I'd like to say to them, thank you, and I'm saying it in front of you so that you might be the conduit for our thanks and appreciation. We also wish to thank the staff of Dignity Memorial for the assistance they've offered us in putting together this memorial service. And as we leave this evening, I wish to invite you to continue to share with us your thoughts and prayers and your support and comfort. I thank you all for being here. Thank you so very much.
Family also wishes to express appreciation once again, and they say that if you could share a meal, would like to share a meal with them if it's possible. The repast will be, you could visit with the family at the Regency Party Hall. That's the Regency Party Hall, 11054 Springfield Boulevard. It's next to the laundromat and it's across the street from the Little Sisters from 5:30 p.m. onwards. Let me just make that announcement once more. It's the Regency Party Hall at 11054 Springfield Boulevard, next to the laundromat, located across from the Little Sisters from 5:30 p.m. onwards. Thank you.